Hi, this is Brandy. As promised from my previous video, I wanted to show you guys my pocket-sized Filofax, butterfly Filofax. It is set up as my wallet, and I'd like to be able to walk you through to see how I've done that, because this certainly corresponds very directly to my financial setup that I showed last week. I appreciate those of you who have viewed that and hope that you enjoy seeing how this connects. And of course, I'm a huge fan of Filofax, and this is absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. So anyway, we will show you what's inside. All right, this is my Filofax butterfly pocket-sized planner that I use as my wallet. On the outside we have these beautiful little butterflies. I think that is absolutely adorable. But looking on the outside, of course, we have a snap closure, and which is it secures very nicely. But we have the snap closure, and to show you what it looks like on the back, it's just plain on the back, nothing except for our pattern, which is absolutely beautiful. And coming back over, this is also going to show you kind of what's inside. Alright, so there we go. Opening her up, we are looking at the inside of my wallet. And I know that you'll notice that we have an elasticized pen loop over here, and the pens that I like to use will not fit in there. And so I actually plan on purchasing a charm from Etsy. I'm absolutely in love with Etsy lately. But I'm going to purchase a little charm that I can hang there because I don't like things not having a purpose. So anyway, that's what's going to go on my little pen charm. My little pen loop is going to be a charm of some sort. I look forward to picking one out. So because my pen can't fit there, of course, I use the Friction pens. And if you watched my last video, you know how much I am in love with the Friction pens. This is actually a pink one going along with, of course, my pretty and pink butterfly planner. But this is one that is clickable. The other one that I showed last time had a cap on it. I do like the clickables better. They erase absolutely beautiful. And since I have you on here at the moment, I can show you how they erase. If we were to look at a little piece of paper that I need to trash, and I were to write, you know how most times whenever you use a erasable pen, how it'll leave little dust on your paper, and a lot of times it'll leave you can still see what you wrote even after you erased. The Friction pens do not do that. So when I erase, of course this is kind of an odd angle, but when I erase, it erases in its absolute entirety, and there's really no residue left. So that is why I love the Friction pens. This particular package came in pink, green, and blue, and of course they have your basic, pink, yeah, blue, but it's a lighter color blue. It's more like a sky blue, but they also have black and the normal blue and red. That's what they have so far. You can also buy Friction highlighters that do the same thing. Can you imagine? Highlighter that erases, loving that. Anyway, love the pens. So because I can't use the pen loop, this is why I keep my pen here, and it still closes very nicely. I have no problem with that at all. So I'm going to remove this for the purposes of the video, and going forward with our Filofax logo. And on this side, of course, is just the normal things that you would keep in your wallet. And underneath here, if I have coupons that I might use, or if I have a little bit of cash, which I normally don't carry, but if I have a little bit of cash, that's where that'll go. This is my, other than my Filofax itself, it's my next favorite thing. That is actually my vision board, my financial vision board. And it was very simple to create. I simply found some images online while messing with my phone one day, created a collage through an app, emailed it to myself, and then printed it out to the correct size, cut it down, and then went to Office Depot and had it laminated. I don't have my personal laminator. And then of course just punched holes and added it in. This is a reminder for me to be able to make sure that every time I'm spending any money, that what I'm spending that money on is truly needed, and it reminds me of my ultimate financial goals. So it works. It actually really works. If I go shopping and I go to pay for something, or even, well, I mean, at this point, even before I pay for something, I know that when I open my wallet, this is going to be there, and it's going to be that reminder. And I have actually found myself spending less, to tell you the truth. I have adopted, and at some point I'll do a video related to minimalism and decluttering and all of that, but I've adopted that lifestyle. And so it also keeps me on track from not bringing excess things into my home that's going to clutter up my space, and for me, in return, clutter up my mind and time, actually. So anyway, that's my vision board. That's why I have it, and it is working like a charm. So the next thing that you'll see is this ruler, and it just removes very easily. And I'm doing this kind of upside down, so I only use this to mark the pages of the day that I'm on. I've taken out 2016 just, so that I can keep you guys out of my personal business. But this is where, of course, I would write notes that I need to transfer over into my planner when I get home, if I happen to not have my home planner with me. So that's kind of what I would do for that. If I had appointments coming up, or if I had something that I just wanted to remember happened on that day and I didn't have my home binder with me, then I would write that there so that when I got home, I would remember to transfer that over into my home binder. Usually this is going to be for more like appointments, unless something pretty significant in my personal life happened on that day, but usually it's going to be for appointments and forward planning. So then I'm going to get over into tab 1. Tab 1 is going to be where I actually use this for price comparison. If I'm needing to purchase something and I'm comparing prices online versus in the store, or if I just want to compare prices of gas from one location to another, this is where I'm going to keep track of that, so I can make sure that I'm constantly getting the best deals possible. So I'll keep track of that here, and of course I've pulled out some that I was tracking, but a lot of times those don't stay in my wallet. I'll take them out once I've realized it, unless it's something that I'm buying on a routine basis. But once I buy the item, I usually just take that piece of paper out. A lot of times it takes me a long time to research an item because I tend to keep it written down or keep it on my shopping list for a little while. Because the longer that you keep it there, the more you realize what its importance is to you. And so there's been a lot of times I've had things on my shopping list and I've let it sit there for a while, and then after a couple of days, a couple of weeks, realized I really don't need that after all. So anyway, so tab number 2. This is, of course, my things that I know I need to get next time I'm out shopping. Prime example would be this last week I needed to get some ink for my printer, and so that I wouldn't forget that next time I went out, so I don't make special trips just for one item, I would write those type things in there. Underneath tab 3, this is a sheet protector, and I just created this list online. We are very simple in the way that we eat, and we are vegan in my household. And so that simplifies things a lot, but we do a lot of raw fruits and vegetables. And so a lot of this is, my shopping list is probably a lot shorter than most, but it works very well for us. So this way, whenever we're getting ready to go shopping, we can just glance at this list, glance through our kitchen, and it makes the getting the list together much quicker. But that's why I printed that out, so that I don't get to the store and forget something. That's like my pet peeve, to go to the store and then to come back home and realize, oh, I forgot something. Part of saving money is saving on gas. So anyway, so tab 4, my online purchase tracking. I do a lot of shopping online, especially when it comes to those price comparisons. A lot of times I can find things cheaper online. And so this is where I will write that item down at the time that I purchased it. And then once it arrives at my door and I realize I'm keeping it and not returning it, I will mark that off of my list. And of course, if I needed to return it, I would keep it on the list, marked returned, until the money was debited back or deposited back into my account, and then I would mark it off. Tab 5, I've got the contacts covered up. I know I keep my contacts on my phone, and I have my business contacts in my business planner, and my online websites, of course, are in my online planner. But this section is going to be used for those instances. I live in Florida, so hurricanes come through. Should something, you know, drastic happen and we lose our cell phone service, or should my phone completely die, this is how I will know my most important numbers, my immediate family, that kind of thing. Because in this day and age, I don't remember hardly anybody's. So anyway, that's where I keep that. That's why I keep that. And there's not a lot in there, but it's just enough for me to know that in the event of a true emergency and I don't have my cell phone, or for some reason my cell phone is not working, then I have the ability to get in contact with my loved ones. This is just a hurricane supply list. And once again, I live in Florida, so, you know, I work in healthcare, and so there may be situations to where bad weather is coming through and I need to take care of the people that I serve. So this is my reminder that before I get home, if something's coming my way, that I need to stop and get these items. Of course, usually in Florida, to get this kind of stuff way before a couple of days before the hurricanes hit. But anyway, that's why that's there. And then this is just a little fly leaf, and I keep that there just to protect the back page from getting messed up. This is a pocket on the back of the Filofax, and this is just an index card that I put in there to hold the magnetic clips. And those magnetic clips are going to mark things that are important throughout my planner that I need to be reminded of. And they only hold a couple of pages together, which is really all that I need. And I purchased these through Amazon. It came in a package, I think, of 8 with different colors. And I just think that they're really cute. They work really well. And just to kind of go back, I wanted to show you exactly what comes into a Filofax pocket size planner. So you have the planner itself, then you have the dividers, the 1 through 6 dividers that comes with it. The 2017 came with it, the days of 2017, the ruler, of course, and then they give you several different sample pages. And for me, it helped me to determine exactly, what I'm going to reuse. Chances are I'm going to make my inserts myself instead of buying them through Filofax, and that's just because I like to save money. But it does come with several different variations of paper that within the planner, and which also includes this. That's part of the sample. I think there was 3 or 4 pages of that. And the page protector, 1 page protector, came with the planner, and then the flyleaf came with the planner as well. So that is my pocket size butterfly Filofax, and she is absolutely adorable. I hope you enjoyed. So there you go. Once again, this goes along with the financial system that I showed you guys through the last video, and I'll leave that linked below. But these guys go hand in hand. This keeps me on track with my finances. Very excited that I have finally developed a system that works for me. It's very simplified, which is what I need, and for me anyway, and I like things to be cute.
So glad to come across Filofax, and it took me obviously way too long to find the Filofax community, and well, not just Filofax, I actually have a Franklin Covey as well, but I have adapted a new daily planning system, a new household planner, and I purchased the Filofax Domino, and I've seen a lot of videos with those, and I was really hesitant, but I did go ahead and bite the bullet and purchase that. Very glad that I did. It's a beautiful planner, and I will, of course, once it's completely set up, show you guys a video on how I have that set up, but more importantly, how it is able to keep me on track with just managing my home. I did finally separate my home planner with my work planner, and then of course my butterfly is my wallet. But I hope you enjoyed, and but please leave comments below. I'd love to hear about systems that you might have in place that are working for you, and any suggestions. Of course, I'm always open for that. So if you could leave your comments below, I'd appreciate it. We'll see you next time.